how important, like you always, obviously I know you guys always say NFC North games are important, but to stay in touch with Detroit, just how do you avoid making it even too big of a game? Or is that not even a thing? It's just that big of a game?
Well, we're just going to go in there and, take advantage of every opportunity we get. Since I've been a Packer, Detroit's been a thorn in my side personally. So I'd say every chance I get to play them and to beat them it's a chance I'm not going to take lightly. So I'm eager to play them every time.
You had a good game there last year. How big was that to kind of boost this offense down the stretch last season, and how can you kind of take from that knowing?
Yeah, we gotta come out and play our brand of football. We're a similar team in the fact that we all preach how hard we play, our play style, the downhill run and establishing the run. So we're too similar to the teams in the fact that we have a similar scheme, but we're going into their place and we're going to try to get things going early. That's the goal, and there's not a single guy in this locker room that doesn't believe in that.
Is there a difference in the confidence level you guys have right now than maybe what you did the first time you played them, based on what you've done the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, the first time we played them, we just kept beating ourselves. Like that, we had a third down. Jordan threw the ball to me. I had my hands turned to try to catch the ball inside, and when that happens, when you're not trying to catch the ball with proper fundamentals, you miss the field goal after that. So that's points off the board. When we should have converted on third down, we never should have had the kicking unit out there in the first place. So it's all just domino effects of mistakes. So you make the least amount of mistakes, you win the game.
Flip side of that, how much is contagious when you're in a group of 7 of 8?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just staying ahead of the sticks and the guys just coming in and bringing the juice right away, getting opportunities to break tackles and get everybody going. That'll be important. Just kind of establish that where we want to play. We want to play with high energy. So getting started early will be our emphasis.
From what you've been able to see, how different do they look on defense than the first time based on people they've lost?
I mean, it's the same scheme. They might change a front or two. They might bring less pressure just because they're worried about coverage on the back end. But relatively it's the same team. They have the same coordinators last time, so we're gonna see the same brand of football. But there's different guys there now. But just like before every snap, it's nameless, faceless opponent.
You mentioned starting fast, how key that is. You did that really well last year there. Is that even more important there to not get that place rocking?
Yeah, that's an important place to try to establish your offense early, and in an attempt to do that, also play with a lead, because then you're not getting to third and long situations. Ford Field gets loud, big rectangle that place is. And then, that's a place where the atmosphere thrives. Their defense will play good behind that. So we'd like to establish our offense as soon as we can. We don't have to use silent cadence. Hopefully we get some of their fans leaving early, like we did last Thanksgiving. So we're ready.
How's the body feel? This is about to be 3 games in 12 days. How are you feeling today?
I'm pretty fortunate, and our staff is taking care of us. So getting into the training room, using the full lengths of our facility to get your recovery in, that'll be very important. But I feel pretty good.
Does it feel kind of weird coming into practice on a Sunday?
You just got to pretend it's not Sunday. That's the easiest way to do it. It's just the third day of our work week.
Tucker, are you sensing the correlation between the momentum of you guys winning and just the overall vibe in this locker room and how that can help?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that'll translate everywhere. You get to a franchise and they don't. I mean, the locker room is almost always like this, because even when we are down, we're not emotionally down. The score doesn't oftentimes reflect the vibes of this locker room, and that's because of the culture of the Green Bay Packers. We know at the end of the day, we're going to come out all right. We just got to rely on each other.
We often ask about the mental and physical when you play in these 3 games or 12 days, whatever. Emotionally, is there a difficulty in getting charged up again that many times in a short period of time, or is that natural?
Yes and no. I mean, you can, gloat around and complain and feel sorry about yourself for the way your body might feel, but when game day comes around, you got a choice to make. You can get up and go play and things are going to hurt, or you can be upset about it and things are still going to hurt. So either way, your body's going to hurt. You got to play through it.
I was just talking with Josh about the difference.
Consistency of what you guys do before practice and stretching, the dynamic stuff. How does that compare? Is that just for practice and you keeping yourself healthy for the season is what you do beyond that? Or does that keep you healthy for the season too?
I mean, yeah, we go through pretty extensive warm up, but that's just to get us, fully activated. Leave no stone unturned when it comes to our bodies, and that's something. As much as we might complain about, having a real good lather going before practice even starts, it's for the benefit of us.
I was just talking with Josh about the difference going into Detroit this year than last year. Just from he said he kind of felt like you guys were fighting for your lives a year ago going into Detroit. How different does it feel going in 9-3 than it did a year ago?
Yeah, having some wins underneath our belt and stacking those wins, that'll be important to continue to carry that through even after Detroit. But our focus still is one game at a time. But having momentum going into a place, going in playing a team that has had the injuries that they've had, we're going to have to just take advantage and execute, one play at a time. Have the mindset to not get too ahead of ourselves. Start the game off that one play mindset, and even if things aren't going our way right away, just being able to react and respond.